Hello, I'm Dr. Stephen Myers, and today I want to talk about the shocking news about Goliath. What do the Dead Sea Scrolls say about Goliath? We want to take a look at that, but first we want to get some background information about the Philistines and Goliath. Ramses II, or I should say Ramses III's mortuary temple, Medinet Habu, it's in Luxor, Egypt. It's on the western side of the Nile where the Valley of the Kings is. And he built this huge temple here. And on the outside, if you go around on the right, there is battles between the sea people. And we want to take a look at this. You can't see it very clearly because it's been worn away, but you can see a boat there, and they're fighting. So they call them the sea people. There was a number of groups of sea people, and one of them was the Philistines. This battle's around 1200 BC, where they tried to take over Egypt. And there was a tremendous battle, but Ramses III fought them off and won the battle. Inside his mortuary temple, he has captives. And here you can see the Philistines, one of the clearest pictures you can see of the Philistines. They're held captive, and you can see that their hands are bound. They're prisoners of Ramses III. But this gives you an idea of what they look like. Here's a closer view of one of them. And their headdress, they had like feathers on the top there, a band almost like American Indians' headdress with feathers. So this gives you an idea of what they look like. Here's another side view of the Philistines, a close-up view of what he looks like. Here you can see the feathers here, and this gives you an idea what Goliath would have looked like, a Philistine. Here we have a Philistine prince, and this is one in color here, a ceramic here. Very interesting, all fancy, dressed up. So this wasn't the ordinary Philistine, but one of the rulers, no doubt. In the Bible, it talks about the 5 main cities of the Philistines, mainly along the coast here. You have Ashkelon, and we have it pictured on the left here. Huge walls here surrounding the city. And then there's further down Gaza, Ashdod close by. Then you have Ekron and Gath. Here we're at Ashkelon, and you can look out and see the beautiful sea. It was a seaport. Here we have some of the remains of the city of Gath. This is the hometown of Goliath. And it took a bus up along the side here. And then when you get to the top, you come to Azekah. Here we're at the top of Azekah here, looking out over the valley. And the valley down below is the valley of Elah. This is where David fought Goliath. Here we have a drawing, I think this was at Ashkelon, of what the Philistine soldier would look like. Goliath looked something like this. Goliath is said to have a huge spear, and this is one of the largest spear points that has been found in Israel. It's about 26 inches long there. And then there would be a shaft that this would be on, and it says the shaft was like a weaver's beam. At the Philistine city of Ekron, they've excavated it, and they built sort of like a little model village there. And here we have a loom, and so one of these beams that made it would be like a weaver's beam there. And then you have a big, huge, I guess you can't see it all in the picture, but the huge spear point that would be attached to the wooden beam rod there, which may be like 5 or 6 feet long. We don't know for sure how long. It doesn't say, but it gives you an idea of what it would look like. And this one I made here, and I sell them on Etsy here. So if you want your own Goliath spear point, you check below. Here's some of the pottery that the Philistines would have made. These, I think, are replicas, but it gives you an idea of the pottery that the Philistines made. Here we have an idea of what the sling stones. David picked up 5 sling stones, and they're just round, and it would be the biggest one. Here it's like in the palm of your hand. It'd be like a small baseball or tennis ball, and then that would be the time of David. But then at the time of the Greeks and Romans, they would make clay ones. That's the middle one. That's a lot smaller, maybe like a golf ball size. And then also they made little like bullets, real small ones, out of lead. And then some of them, they have writing on it that tells about it. Here's the valley of Elah again, and down in the valley there, you can't see it from here, but there's a stream, and that's where David would have picked up his sling stones. You want nice round ones, and I remember singing about the song that David picked up one little stone, and round it went, but these were big, like at least 2-inch round stones that could kill you or knock you out at least. So it wasn't a tiny little pebble, which I thought when I was little, another miracle, a little pebble did it. But these were big size sling stones that they used in ancient times. Now the sling stones, the one pictured here, was knitted. So some of them, I guess the real fancy ones, they were knitted. And then others were made out of leather. That's probably the easier, maybe cheaper way to go, is all of leather instead of taking a lot of time to knit everything. But this gives you an idea what David would have used to put to sling it around and hit Goliath. But there's controversy about that too. Who killed Goliath? Well, that's another story that in other places gives another person's name and not David. Now the shocking news that was found in the cave here, this cave 4 is the prominent one here, a small little fragment of Samuel that tells us the height of Goliath. And according to the Dead Sea Scrolls, this is 4Q. That means cave 4 that you can see right here, cave 4. In Qumran, Sam for the book of Samuel, and it has a little A there. And this is the fragment right here, and the Hebrew here. And it said, well, the whole sentence here is, and a man came out between the 2 mountains from the armies of the Philistines. Goliath was his name, from Gath. His height was 4 cubits and a span, which is 6'9", which is like a tall basketball player today. But in the Masoretic text, the one we have in most Bibles today, says 6 cubits and a span, which is 9 foot 9 inches tall. So here in the Dead Sea Scroll, this fragment here, it tells us that he was only 4 cubits in a span, or about 6 foot 9 inches tall. So the Masoretic text, which is the main Hebrew Bible, it has 6 cubits in a span. The Septuagint, which is the Greek version of the Bible that was translated, it has 4 cubits in a span. Josephus has 4 cubits and a span. And the Dead Sea Scrolls has 4 cubits and a span. So the shocking news is Goliath is not 9 foot 9 inches tall. He's only about 6 foot 9 inches. A much more believable story when you go by the most ancient manuscripts. Here we have a little diagram to illustrate it. The only problem is that the average Israelite is not that tall. ChatGPT sort of messed up here on that, but that isn't the right height there. But it gives you an idea here of the Goliath of the Masoretic text compared to the Septuagint, Josephus, and the Dead Sea Scrolls. So that may help illustrate it a little bit better. So we come to the end of our shocking news here and a little background information about Goliath and the Philistines and their great battle in Egypt there. And you can leave your comments below. Make sure if you want to subscribe, more videos are coming. And we want to try to give you more information, the latest up-to-date information that you can find related to the Bible. Thank you.